Welcome back, TTS Daily, Singapore edition, Bully edition. But no, we're not talking about bullying in schools. As we have mentioned before, bullying happens at all levels of life. We have two stories today in Singapore. First, involving the one-legged uncle strikes back in the news again. And the last story of the day is actually an elderly man who alleged that he was being constantly bullied. Alright, let's kick things off. The one-legged uncle at the Guan Yin Miao at Waterloo Street, Singapore strikes back. So, we've covered them before, a group of them, the one-legged clan, and many user comments have said that, yes, I've noted them and they can get quite confrontational. Anyway, he's back in the news because on 24th August 2025, the one-legged uncle got into a heated argument with an 80-year-old tissue-selling auntie. So on that day, the 80-year-old tissue-selling auntie was just selling tissue as she has been. She has been there for years apparently, so they both know each other's presence in that area. But on that day, she was wearing an eye patch covering one of her eye. And then the one-legged uncle pulled up to her and said, "Why are you wearing an eye patch? Don't fake sympathy here," accusing her of faking her eye patch for sympathy, And the auntie tried to explain and defended herself that she had an eye operation earlier this year and her doctor told her that she should wear the eye patch more often to prevent bacterial infection. And also wearing the eye patch under this immense heat isn't exactly comfortable. But the one-legged uncle didn't believe him and that conflict escalated into mutual insults, and allegedly there's two versions here. One, the uncle threw a plastic bag of coffee at the auntie. Second, what the auntie claims now is the uncle poured the coffee over her head. No, not to cool her down. We also have zero context whether it is iced coffee or hot coffee, but most likely it's not hot coffee. If not, there will be news reporting that she was scalded and sent to the hospital for checkups. Yep. So, auntie was really furious because honestly, who deals confrontation this way, Who just runs up to people and accuses them of faking injuries for sympathy, and then when the argument escalates, you just throw whatever beverage you have at them or pour it over their head? That is bullying. That is straight out bullying already, okay? So the auntie was furious. She called the police, but when the police arrived, the uncle was nowhere to be found. The police later managed to contact the uncle, and the uncle has referred his lawyers to the matter. Anyway, reporters from Shinmin Daily actually found the one-legged uncle on a later date and tried to interview him, but he was so defensive, got angry, even verbally accused them and even asked to see identification, asking who they were, and denied all allegations about the coffee splashing incident. And when asked further, he just said, "I've already let my lawyers handle the matter," and he declined to comment further. Anyway, it looks like this kind of territorial disputes isn't the first time happening at the Guan Yin Miao temple at Waterloo Street. And people going to worship at their place of worship, they want to go there with a peace of mind. Please respect their right to the peace and quiet, near places of worship, So vendors, if you're gonna keep having this kind of territorial disputes and this kind of bullying incident where you are confronting other vendors in the area even though you're all there together for so many years, you're not respecting the right of people who are going there to worship, the right for them to have their quiet and peace of mind. They don't want to be bothered by your confrontations, your arguments, your disputes, your harassments. Yeah, you know what? Most likely, this keeps going on. All of the vendors will get affected. All of the vendors might be asked to move much further away from entrance and exits of places of worship. Thank you for watching our first story. If you could, please give us a like plus follow. As statistics have shown, more than 93% of our viewers are still not subscribed to our dear YouTube channel. Please give us your support as we'll be pushing the YouTube long form content more and more in future. And also, we have all these cute little introduction and snippets and maybe even endings if you watch the long form content. Mr. Chew, 46-year-old, is a dog lover and loves walking his dog at the park. One day, he kindly reminded another fellow park goer, please clean up your dog's poop, but somehow, he became the bully. This is your last story of the day. Follow us for more. Okay, this just happened on 29 August 2025 on a Friday evening along Alexandra Park Connector. Mr. Chew, 46-year-old, was just walking his dog when he noticed an 81-year-old man that he has seen frequently at the park also, roughly 4 times a week, who was multitasking. The man was riding his bicycle while walking his poodle at the same time. Double the efficiency. And also take note, from a dog lovers group chat, it seems that this man has been noted by users for some time, and they noted that the dog's leash, the poodle's leash, was short, which means the poodles didn't have much space to freely move about, and really the poodle's mobility is really limited to the speed and wherever the elderly man will ride his bicycle to. Yeah, you can see from the picture, you know, the leash is really torn, really tight over there. Yeah, okay. So Mr. Chew, you know, walked up to the man and kindly reminded him, sir, can you please pick up your dog? Your dog is poo-pooing all over the place and there are poops all over the area. However, the 81-year-old man taunted Mr. Chew instead and told him to go clean up for him instead. Like, you know, like, why don't you go pick it up yourself? Mr. Chew also noted that the 81-year-old man was not even carrying any form of like plastic bags or paper bags, so maybe there was no intention of even cleaning up after his dog was done pooping. And then the 81-year-old elderly man rode his bicycle into Mr. Chew, causing Mr. Chew to have ankle bruises now. Mr. Chew was obviously upset and tried to prevent the man from leaving by holding onto his bicycle and calling the police. The 81-year-old man started hurling vulgarities at Mr. Chew and also accusing Mr. Chew of bullying him. Seriously, who is the bully here? Number one, it feels like the leash of your poodle leash might be a little too short while you're not exactly walking, you're riding your bicycle and your dog is trying to poop, so maybe you're bullying your poodle here. And then you not wanting to clear up the poop and then asking and taunting Mr. Chew to clean up after your dog's poop is also a form of harassment and bullying, I feel. And then you riding your bicycle into Mr. Chew might be also another form of harassment and bullying. But Mr. Chew just trying to make you not leave the scene after you've done all this, suddenly you are the victim here, uncle. So who is the bully here? I am really confused. Let us know your thoughts. Oh yeah, I forgot to add, by the way, there are signs by NEA at the park there that reminds dog owners to clean up or face fines up to 1,000 Singapore dollars. And allegedly, it was witnessed by Mr. Chew that this 81-year-old man has picked up one of the signs before and thrown it away. Look at this.